Hi, I'm Pastor Darren, and welcome to Word for the Week. I want to talk to you today about godliness. Now, in 2 Timothy chapter 3, Paul is warning Timothy about how things are going to be. And he says this to him: "You must understand this, that in the last days distressing times will come. For people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, inhuman, implacable, slanderers, profligates, brutes, haters of good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, holding to an outward form of godliness, but denying its power. Avoid them." Even in Paul's day, he knew, as God had revealed to them, that there were not only then, but would be in the future, and it would grow worse as time would go by, that there would be those who would claim a form of godliness, who would put on that air of being a follower of God, and yet they loved the world, they were disobedient to the Lord, and were essentially doing what they wanted rather than being what God called and created them to be. He said, avoid them. Don't be like them. Don't put on a form of godliness when that's the last thing that you truly are. Now, for you and I today, there's a couple things we need to learn from this. The first is we need to be spiritually awake to realize what's going on around us, that there are those who claim to be sheep in the fold of Christ only to be revealed as wolves. We have to be able to see that. We have to be able to understand it. And the second thing we need to be aware of is making sure we don't fall into that as well, that we don't just slide right in without even realizing it, that we are becoming more and more like the world and less like Jesus. This week, think long and hard, pray, look at your own life, look at those around you, not in a term of judging people's salvation, but in judging the fruit. What are we seeing in their lives? Are we seeing the fruit of faith? Or are we seeing the fruit of the world? Are we seeing fruit that honors God and declares Him as Lord and Savior? Or are we seeing fruit that says the world knows better than God? And again, in our own lives, are we staying faithful? Are we truly living a godly life? Or are we just putting on airs? Are we just living a life that looks like it's godly, but it's devoid of the power of God and the power of Christ and the power of the Holy Spirit? Whatever you find in there, pray against that which belongs to the world, lift up that which belongs to Christ, and do everything in your power by the strength of the Holy Spirit to live a godly life this week and every week, and encourage those around you to do the same. If there's things we need to repent of, let's do that. Let's turn away from them, turn to the Lord, and live a godly life, and live in the power that God provides, rather than living a powerless life that shows we don't actually have a God. Be that godly person God has called and created you to be. Walk in His ways and be filled with His power. I'm Pastor Darren. That's your word for the week. God bless and have a wonderful day.